Good day, people. Well, today is a special day. It is our 41st wedding anniversary today. 9 more years till 50, and we take that dream trip to Alaska, the cruise. So I got to start saving for that. All right. I got plenty of gold for that, though. I got plenty of silver for that. Hoping 9 years of silver is $50, so I can sell a lot of it. But whatever. Oh, what is my thumbnail today? My thumbnail. I always got to explain these thumbnails. And if you go back a couple of videos, you will see me and a lovely young lady in a thumbnail. That lovely young lady I met at Clear Lake, Iowa, at the legendary Surf Ballroom and Museum, going to a Bachman Turner Overdrive concert. And Randy Bachman is the only original player. But I had to go see him again. And this lovely young lady that I met standing beside me in the front row, right at the stage, I think we were right in front of the lead guitarist, about 20 feet maybe from Randy Bachman. Anyway, we had really good places to stand because it's general admission, of course. Except for a few concerts, I've seen seated concerts, but um, as I was talking to this young lady, I discovered that she comes from a place in northern Alberta, Canada, where Randy Bachman and Bachman Turner Overdrive and the Guess Who were all from. She said within 50 miles of her hometown, so she could go back and forth and see concerts when they were playing as young bands. And she actually saw Randy Bachman when he was the lead singer for the Guess Who. So I was really enthralled with her. I said, "Well, how did you get here? Why are you here in Clear Lake, Iowa? This little town of what, 20,000 people, maybe? Oh, residents, there's probably only permanent residents there, probably, I don't know, 15,000, if that." Anyway, she said she rode her Harley all the way from northern Alberta, Canada, down to Clear Lake, Iowa, just to see Randy Bachman in concert again. Now, if I had to guess, if I just had to guess, that's a 2 day trip. All the way from northern Alberta down to the border, and then from the border down to us. Probably a 2 day trip, just taking your time and soaking it in. She was staying at a hotel that's real close there to the interstate, which is not far from the venue. And she actually used my cell phone to call her taxi to take her back to the hotel. And I was going to offer to drop her off because I had to go that way anyway to get on the interstate. But I thought that would be too creepy, so I didn't do it. So she used my cell phone, called her taxi, because her cell phone wouldn't get service down here. Anyway, I had a great time at the concert. I had a lot of fun talking to her. And I tell you guys, when I go to concerts, I try to get in the front row all the time. If I can't lean on the barricade, I have to sit down because my foot won't allow me to freestand out in the crowd. So, um, I always talk to the people around me, not only uh, introduce myself, but get into their lives just a little, where they're from, kids, married, work, that kind of thing, just general bullshit. And then they'll save I'll even offer to buy them a water or a beer if they want, if they'll save my place when I go to the bathroom or get popcorn or go up to the bar and get my pop and water and whatever. Uh, so it's always good. and I find it always interesting to talk to the people next to me, all the way around me, back of me, side of me, either side. It's just a fun experience. And I know a gal, and she's in one of my thumbnails. The very pretty gal with long blonde hair. She's a professional photographer, and she can be between the stage and the barricades, which a lot of times is only about 4 foot for the camera people. And she goes back and forth in there taking photographs and stuff. And she's picked up a few pics for me off the floor. So, see, the security guys will not pick up pics. That's not their job. They won't do it. They just walk right over them. They don't care. If you can get the stage hands, the stage help to pick up a pic and give it to you, then all the better. But the camera people, they're the ones you want to get a hold of to pick up your pics for you if you can. And because I know Sherry, and she was the lead singer of a band called Highway 9. She's the lead singer in another band now, and I forget their name. But she's wonderful. What a voice comes out of that small woman. And she loves her Frenchie. She got French bulldogs. She just loves them. Great gal, Sherry. Anyway, what else are we going to talk about today? You see this shirt? What does it say on it? What does it say on it? Come on. It says Hinckley Parachute Center Incorporated. This was after Jim Barron decided to sell the Drop Zone. I was going to be part owner, but I backed out at the second meeting or so. And my friend from Yugoslavia, he bought it. And they ran it successfully for a few years. And then another younger person took over the Drop Zone, built a new building, built a new hangar. And they ran it for God knows how many years. I went out. I didn't make a jump there with the new owners, but I did go and visit. And nobody knew me. I was a tandem master and a free fall instructor at the old Drop Zones when Jim owned it and when Zoran owned it. And the new people didn't know who I was. So that was my last visit to that Drop Zone. Anyway, I found that the old Hinckley guys moved up to DeKalb and are skydiving up there. So that's where I went. I made a few jumps up there with them. Practice jumps, getting ready for ash dive, Memorial Ash Dive. So I wasn't on the ash dive. I was their practice dummy, basically. So made a few jumps. What did I get? 5, 6 jumps there? I don't know. And then I go up to Baldwin, Wisconsin, up to Skydive Twin Cities. So I'm surprised I can still get in this shirt because I didn't skydive for 25 years, and it's been, let me see, when did we leave there? 1996, 14, 24, 34, been 34, 33 years since I wore this shirt. Dudes, I was surprised I can still get it on. It still fits somewhat. A little tight in the arms, but a little in the armpits there, but chest has gotten a little bigger. Yeah. No, it's just that I got old man tit now. But I did get that 5-pound piece of shit taken out of here. So yeah, everything fits better now. Anyway, yeah, 41st anniversary. Going out for Mexican tonight because that's what my wife decided she wanted last night. I got a card this morning, and she said, my gift is down in my daughter's garage in Waterloo. Now, what the hell that means? Did she buy me a Harley? Come on, lady, buy me a Harley. No, she didn't buy me a Harley. I don't know what's in there, but it's something. a tool set or something. I don't know. Doesn't make any difference. I gave her her present in her card. I could fit it in the envelope. It was a encased, and because my wife is a Catholic, a Shiite Catholic, um, she has a lot of religious stuff, and so I bought her Mary, Mother Mary, and Baby Jesus sterling silver bar. And it's a nice bar. I'll get it for you. Hold up a second. I laid it. She laid it up here. I may have showed it to you before. I don't know, but I thought it, and it had a scratch on the back, of course, like everything used does. But I got her this. It's a sterling silver proof, and you see Mother Mary and Baby Jesus, and it's a limited edition. Struck. This comes from the Franklin Mint. Franklin does some good job on something. And here's the kind of like Baby Jesus, Joseph, Mary, the sheep manger scene. And she really likes that stuff. So I got her this. And it's sterling, so it's going to last her a long time, I think. I have gotten her a couple of bells, and I don't know where she put them. I don't know where she put them, and I just gave them to her for the hell of it. No occasion, no birthday, no anniversary, nothing. I just gave her one of the large Durban bells, the 3 coin, 90% Durban bells, and I gave her a small angel bell. That's a 2 coin, 40%. And I just gave them to her. Just a gift. And I have some Christmas stuff put away, but I can't find it. I put it away so well that I can't find it. And it's kind of pissing me off that I don't know where that went to. It's not in here, not right here in this vicinity. I may have put it away in the desk. I may have put it away in a gun case drawer. I may have put it away over there in that, what do they call that? Where the door folds down and becomes a desk. I don't know. Whatever. But it's might be in my bedroom. Might be out in the other safe or safes. I do not know. I have to look. Anyway, when she comes home, and she gets off work at 2:30, so we got a half hour. Hiya, Peter. How are you? And Kason, thank you, everybody for the birth or the anniversary wishes. Um, I can say in 41 years that it ain't been easy, but I'm glad she's here. So yeah, I don't know. 41 years is a long time. You get to the point where you know somebody so well, you know what they're going to do, you know what they're going to say, you know what they're thinking, man. And she keeps me guessing. See you, Show Me. Thank you for coming, man. Hi, Meg. How are you? Did you get your last package I sent? It was sweets for the sweet in that package. I know the one I sent before that was kind of a collector's item thing that you may or may not have wanted, but it was the last one that I could find, and it was actually full. My daughter emptied it, which I didn't want her to do, but she did. I didn't know she was going to do it, but she didn't realize it. She's only 31, so she didn't realize that that was a collector's item. Anyway, so I sent it to you, hoping that maybe you could educate, because you're younger than I am, and you can educate some people yet on that aspect of American life and how we progressed, in most ways, in most ways. Um, I really don't want to talk about politics, but we got to talk about politics. Kamala Harris is just a straight up inline person from the Obama presidency. And Obama wasn't the first, and he won't be the last. We started this downward slide into communism 5 decades ago. Obama was the one who just said it out loud. We will fundamentally change America. And if you go back and look, you can see that fundamental change for the last 5 decades. It's just out in the open now. It's just out in the open. Biden was just a puppet. Kamala is just a puppet, a communist puppet. And the only reason she chose Tim Walz is because she didn't want anybody smarter than her showing her up. And that shows. And it shows. Tim Walz was in the position of a sergeant major, even though he wasn't a sergeant major. He had to hold that rank for 3 years in order to attain that rank, and he did not. He retired before then. He retired just before his guys, when they got the notice, when they were alerted for deployment to the Middle East. Yes, he served time in Italy, in Vicenza, during Desert Storm at the beginning, I think, but he was never in a combat zone, not a combat vet. And when they were alerted to deploy to a combat zone, he retired as a master sergeant, which is what I retired as. So if we want to talk about rank and what he attained and blah, 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 I can tell you that you have to hold the rank for 3 years in order to be promoted to that rank. You can be put in that position and wear those stripes, but you are not that rank for 3 years, and you have to complete all of the schooling that's associated with it. Now, he didn't go to the Sergeant Major's Academy, or didn't graduate. If he did go, he probably completed all the bookwork, but he did not go to the resident course to complete it, which you have to do. And he didn't hold the rank for 3 years. So he retired as a master sergeant. 3 stripes up, 3 stripes down, nothing in the middle. That's what I was. I was a team sergeant on a Special Forces A team, ODA 1222, B Company, 1st Battalion, 12 Special Forces Group. You want to look at my DD 214? I'll show you. I started out on ODA 1224, and when the mix up in the team personnel came about, I was assigned to ODA 1221 for a little while, and then got tapped as a team sergeant for ODA 1222. And that's where I ended my career with the 12 Special Forces Group when they got deactivated. So, and I think it was 5 or 6 years I was a team sergeant. So, can't tell you I was a good one, but I was sure as hell not a bad one. I think you have to grow into that. And I don't think I was ready to become a team sergeant yet. But I had a captain who thought I was, and he wasn't going to take the team unless I was his team sergeant. And so that's how that went. But um, then after that, I went to the 85th Division because being an employee of the Army Reserve, a civilian employee of the Army Reserve, I had to be in a reserve center or in a reserve unit. So when the 12th Special Forces Group got deactivated, the 20th Special Group started a provisional company in Chicago for all of the SF qualified guys that were the Army was going to lose if they didn't do something. So they took all those people who wanted to go, and they went to that provisional company in Chicago, downtown Chicago. And I could not go because it was a National Guard unit. And I had to work, I had to be in a reserve unit, Army Reserve unit, in order to hold my civilian job. All right. So I had to go to a reserve unit. So I went, and I should have went to the MI company or the Civil Affairs company that had a slot. But like a dumbass, I didn't. I went to the 85th Training Division because I had a cast on my leg up to my crotch. I had a broken fibula, spiral fractured, and a broken ankle. So I was hopping around on crutches. So the 85th Division took me, put me into a training NCO slot, and I stayed there doing paperwork for 14 months. And then I dropped my paperwork for retirement, and they wouldn't let me out. I had to force them through administrative violence, thank you, Terrence Pop, to let me go, which they finally did, and I retired. No retirement ceremony, no fanfare, just sign a paper, get the hell out of here. Okay, so I did that. I did get my retirement ceremony in Waterloo, Iowa, with 425th Transportation Company. And one of my heroes, Sergeant Major Galen Kittleson, was a guest speaker. I was moved, and my wife got to be there for this one. So it all worked out. It all worked out for the better. Am I disappointed I didn't get to go to the 20th? Yes and no. They got deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan, and I couldn't go. And that's what we trained for, is to go to war. So I was disappointed that I didn't get to go to combat, but relieved at the same time that I wasn't getting my ass shot off. So there you go. I enlisted at the end of Vietnam, 30 days before the official end of Vietnam. So I am forever and a day called a Vietnam vet. I was alerted for Desert Storm, but never mobilized. I volunteered for Iraq the second time and Afghanistan because I was still in the retired reserve at that point. And they told me if they needed me, they'd call me. And they didn't, so they didn't need me. I didn't go to Panama, and I didn't go to Grenada. So there's 5 of them. 5 conflicts I didn't go to in my 20-year career. I don't know if I'm lucky or if I'm unlucky, but this is the way it is, man. Just the way it is. Anyway, that's the getting back to walls. Now, come on. Can you really respect a guy at all who wants to put tampons in every male bathroom in schools in Minnesota? Yeah, I mean, really think about it. Are you stupid or what? No, he's a communist. Okay, so that's 2 or 3 strikes against him, and on his Senate, he was running for Representative Senate challenge coin, his military challenge coin. He has the rank of Sergeant Major on it. And he knows he's not a Sergeant Major. He knows damn well he wasn't. So, although he was in that position and he did wear those stripes, he was not promoted to Sergeant Major. All right. He wasn't even a first sergeant. A first sergeant is 3 up, 3 down, and a diamond in the middle, generally in charge of a company. He is a top enlisted person in a company. And the company commander is his right-hand man, usually a captain or captain promotable, or could be a first lieutenant promotable. Could be with enough experience. I have had a company commander who was their first lieutenant promotable. Good guy. He was our platoon leader for a while. A really good guy. I've had really good first sergeants. Man, I can't remember the guy's name who was our first sergeant in the 1st Infantry Division. Oh man, black guy with glasses, big dude, really fair, really good guy. My second first sergeant was another. He was a fair man, but he didn't hold back, man. Man, can I remember his name? He was a Mexican dude. There was a time when every first sergeant and a sergeant major in the 10th Special Forces group was of Mexican heritage. Service company, headquarters company, signal company, and the group sergeant major were all of Mexican heritage. Boom, right down the road. Back in I was there from 80 to 83, so it was in that time frame. And I'm talking and trying to remember my first sergeant's name, and I can't. It'll come to me later when I'm not thinking about it, when I'm talking about something else. All right, so talked about my wife's present. Yesterday I did a video on my thumbnail was a nice curved knife with a hole in the blade and a nice it's a walnut handle, actually. No, it was oak handle and brass pins. But that is a beautiful knife. I think I might still have that one. I don't know if I sold that one or not. But that is nothing but a skinning blade, boy. That is a skinning blade. Yes, I made that one. Maybe Tom wants that one. See you, Meg. I'm glad you stopped in. Talk to Tom. I'll show him some more of my knives that I've made. Maybe I'll have to make him a special one. And then we'll do a trade. Thanks, freaking awesome. Thanks, man. Ooh, a Chief Select. Very nice. Let me see. A Chief is E7 or E8? I'm not up on my Navy ranks that well, but a Chief Gunnery Sergeant is a Master Sergeant in the Marine Corps. So Chief in the Navy, because Marine Corps is part of the Navy. I'm thinking Chief is a Master Sergeant. I think Command Chief is a Command Sergeant Major. Boy, I'm gonna have to look that up. Hi, Truly Amazing. I didn't see you sneak in there. And that's a problem. I got the camera right here, and I got the monitor over here. I can turn it that way, but wow, it's difficult to look at stuff and talk to you. Especially, yeah, I did that video with the knife in it, and I talked so much that at the end of the video, I had to cut it short because Durban auction was on, and I don't like to miss Durban's auctions. I missed a few, but I don't like to miss them. And he had only, I think he'd only sold the first 2 lots, and they didn't apply to me anyway. Usually my lots are down like 8, 10, 12, someplace down there, or at the end, which makes me watch a whole auction. But I did manage to snag a Canadian large cent, which I like a lot. They're like the American large cents. But I collect Canadians, so I got that. And I got another one of the small nickels that are smaller than a dime, but that are 925 silver. And there's always one guy that's looking to fill a book or looking to fill a page someplace and trying to outbid me. Well, you're not going to outbid me if it's something I want. You're not. You're just not going to outbid me. So I let a couple go. I took it up as far as I wanted to go with it, and I let it go because someone wanted it badly, worse than I did. They wanted it badly. So obviously they needed it for something. So I let it go. I said, I passed. It's yours. Obviously you need it. So I'm out. And I'll do that. I will bid things up so that Joe has a successful auction sometimes, but he will bring the price back down. He'll give the Durban discount. So he realizes that people are bidding stuff up, and he will give the winner a discount and bring the price back down. So it's not a big deal, but what else did I get? Oh, I got an ANAX ASE. ANAX certified ASE. I think it was a 63 or 64 MS 63, maybe. And a lot of people won't bid on those of lower if they're less than an MS 64 or 65, then they won't bid on them. But when it comes to ASEs, I don't care. So it could be milk spotted, scratch, ding, whatever, just not in a holder. It doesn't matter. I will buy them just simply because they're silver and numismatic value. And I have to try and get back as many of the 351 that I sold previously. And I sold 351 at $36. So don't be yelling at me. I bought them for 32 and I sold them for 36. So there you go. I made $4 a piece on 351. I thought it was a good profit. And it went to a good cause. That was my oldest daughter's down payment on her house. And maybe she paid off a little on her student loans. I don't know. But, and yeah, I had to apologize. I had to cut that off quick because I saw the time and I saw he was on. So it was probably time to get it done anyway. There weren't that many people listening anymore. So Corey Lee Slater, a message for you. Your box is still down here. This is yours. All you have to do is send me a mailing address, and I will see what it costs to mail it directly to Canada. If not, maybe you got a proxy down here. If you could give me your proxy's address, I will send it to them, and then they can send it to you. But not a big deal. That'll stay because I know you want that. And then, what was the other thing I was messing around with here? Oh, yeah. My little bear box. I did load it. So, yeah, there's some stuff in there. But I'm going to keep this one because Sailor actually wrote on this one and signed it for me. So I'm keeping that one. that will be my bear chest from now on. And then my other big chest I gave to one of my daughters. And the big chest I got from Kraken, which is completely different wood, but it's a big chest like the big chest down there. Completely different wood, completely different look. I gave that one. I think my wife has that one. So I don't know. Maybe another daughter got it. I don't know. I just didn't need all of them chests sitting around everywhere. Anyway, does anybody know about currency? Please, somebody, tell me what these star notes are worth. You see, they are star notes. All of them. Every one. They're all blue. Let me get this up here. One off. There's the other one. Two off. There's another one. Three off. There's another one. Four. There's another star note. What do I got? Five, six of them. 6 star notes. Most of them are in pretty good shape. Most of them are in real good shape. That's one you can't tell. That's one you can't tell. That's one you can't tell. There's only one you can really tell that was folded. That's this last one. If you look at the top, look at the top right in the middle, you can tell it was folded. Right down the middle. But all the rest of these are really pretty nice. That one's not bad. You can tell right up there at the top, right there. Right up there at the top that it was folded. But down through the picture, it looks pretty good. That one you can't tell. Well, a little bit. You can tell it was folded. And maybe that's the worst one there. This one is pretty good, man. That one, pretty good. I mean, they've all been folded. And that one's pretty good. You could tell they've all been folded, but most of them, 4 or 5 of them, look really good. Does anybody know what those notes are worth? I have no clue. Hillbilly sent them to me, and I don't know if I bought them or if they came. They might have come with something I did win, and I don't remember it. But if anybody knows anything about notes, please let me know because I know nothing about them. Those would be. I mean, I have some silver certificates and I have some $2 bills that I have kept, but that's it. Silver certificates I'll buy for a few bucks, but I really don't know. I have to look and see online. I really don't know. Meg, you're wonderful. I can see that the chat has frozen or stopped or something. Let me get up to the top here and go to live chat. Let's just go to live chat. There, it went up again. Well, how rare are they and what are they worth? I mean, they're reprints. That's all they are is reprints. But I don't know what they're worth. I know what they are, but I have no clue what they're even worth. Maybe I should just put them away with my $2 notes and my silver certificates and just leave them for my daughters to figure out. I have no clue, man. Here's another one for you, freaking awesome. Oh, get up there. Here's another one for you, freaking awesome. I got $2 coins. I got a 2018 D American Innovations, and it has a Statue of Liberty on the back. It's the American Innovations. And then I have a 2023D Sacagawea, but it has Maria Tall Chief on the back. It's a Sacagawea dollar, and these are golden dollars. And there's a Maria Tall Chief. I don't know what these are worth either. I got them in a package. I got no clue. You see, the Maria Tall Chief looks like it's starting to get some toning to it in that upper right. So, I mean, right up there, you can see it's looking toned. I don't know what those are worth either. I got no clue. Well, I looked at these serial numbers, freaking awesome, and there's nothing sequential. There are no numbers that end or start with like 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6, or sequential like that. There are no sequential numbers from note to note. 3 of the notes are 2017 series, and 3 of the notes are 2021 series. So that's the only thing I can find. So are they signed by different people? I have to look. I got 1, 2, and 3 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 3 of them by Janet Yellen, and 3 of them by Munchin. So they all make mistakes, right? That's why they had, yeah. Yellen and Munchin, yeah. Hmm. If the, where's my, well, the Sacagawea, it has Maria Tall Chief on the back. So we have no eagle. There are 3 ballet dancers, and Maria Tall Chief, it looks like maybe 3 of her, small, middle, large. It's got a couple scratches on it, but it's the American India in Ballet, United States of America. So there is no eagle on this one. Just Sacagawea and Papoose on the front, In God We Trust and Liberty. And on the back, 3 Maria Tall Chiefs, small, middle, large. And another one of her in a prancing pose. So there are like 4 images of her on the back. American Indians in Ballet. Well, maybe it's not all her. United States of America. So that one with no eagle. The American Innovations is the gears and cogs. And then it says United States of America on the banner in the middle. And it says signed first patent, George Washington, American Innovations. George Washington's kind of full signature. And a Statue of Liberty on the front says, In God We Trust, $1. I don't know. Not something I collect. But yeah, I don't know, man. Ooh, man. I would love to have 77, 77, 5, 7, 7, 7. Wow. That would be amazing. Yeah, I don't know anything about those coins or the bills. I did find out about all of my Eisenhowers. And they're all clad Eisenhowers. 74, 76, 77, 78. I don't think I got any 75s, but These are all the bicentennial 76s. And then I got a lot of other ones, but they're all worth about $3-4 a piece. And I'm selling them. I need more room in my safe, so I'm getting rid of some of the stuff that I don't really need. I did keep a couple Eisenhowers, though. I got the Eisenhower Proof Tribute, him and his World War II helmet, and one President II effigy side by side. I kept that one, and I kept another one. I don't know if it came from a collector's gallery or what, Littleton or someplace, but it's in a nice box and got a stamp with it. And so I kept those 2 or 3. I might have kept one of the anniversary ones, 1776 and 1976. I might have kept one of those. But the other ones, they're all going for sale. And if I don't sell them here sometime or give them away or whatever, I am going to take them up to the LCS because I got some other stuff that's going up there to get sold. Like these, I have 2 of these sets, the Canada sets. And you know, I collect Canadian, but I have 2 sets of each one of these, and I don't need 2 sets. And they're the double dollar set. They're the double dollar set. This one, yeah, there we go. That's the Winnipeg 100th anniversary. So you got the 80% up here, and you got the clad down there in the bottom, and then the rest are the 50 cent and the quarter and dime are all 80%. So I got that one. And I got this one, which doesn't have a class, but that's just the way they made them. And that's the 2 Indians in the canoe. So I call it double Voyager, but it's not actually a Voyager. I think these are Indians. No, let me look. I think they're Voyager. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in that longboat. It's the Fleuve Mackenzie River dollar. And all of your pertinent little information is there with it. You see what I mean? It says Fleuve Mackenzie right there on the bottom and a little print above dollar. Mackenzie River flowage, basically. That one's silver. And then the loon down here is a quarter. That's $1 also, but that one is not. But the $half, the quarter, and a dime are all 80%. I think. Let's look. I believe. Let's look at the chart. Dollar, 50%. Nickel, nickel, nickel. Nope, all nickel. They're all nickel. The penny's bronze. The nickel is cupronickel. And that other dollar is nickel electroplated with bronze. Oh, the dollar is 50% on this one. Up here, this dollar is a 50% dollar. So I'm almost sure that's what this one is. If this one has and it doesn't have the card in it. But I'm going to guess then 50%. These double dollar sets. 74 might have went to 80%. I don't know. I have to look it up. But they're at least 50%. The dollars. The rest are cupronickel and bronze. But yeah, whatever. I have 2 sets of each one of those. I only need 1 set. What are you doing? Hello. Hope you're having a good day. Hope this is fun to read. No, it's not fun to read. God damn it. 72p Eisenhowers. I don't have any 72s. They're 74 on up. No, I think they all have islands. I think I looked at all of those. I think I looked at all of those. That they wouldn't have any there because yeah. Man, I gotta get the little one out. Yes, that's right. Made by Joe Durbin. 2 silver coins. Yes. I think I looked at these and I think they all had islands, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. I was pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. I believe they all have islands, dude. I thought I looked at these before. Yeah. They're easy enough to see with a loop, I can tell you that. Yep. Yep. Well, I'm pretty sure. Come on. Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yep. But they're easy enough to see, that's for sure. Yep. Yep. If they didn't have cube on them, I'd be surprised. But maybe that was a die strike. Yeah. Maybe that's just a die strike error. I'll bet those are rarer than you think. Yeah. Those are rarer than you think they are, I'll bet. Some of these are real easy to see by eye, just eye alone. But some of them, most of them, you got to have a loop for. Where you at, you son of a bitch? Yeah. Some of them are real easy to see. Some of them are, yeah. I had one here I thought maybe could be, possibly. Maybe, possibly could be. Where you at? Right there. Yeah, it's got islands. They all got islands. I thought so. I looked at them one time. No, it doesn't offend me. It just makes me work too goddamn hard. Like what, man? I got quite a few Kennedys. I collected Kennedys back in the day. I found him to be the last true Democrat in the presidential line. There hasn't been a true Democrat since him. And yes, he was killed assassinated, and there was a law passed that all of the documents associated with that death were supposed to be made public, and no president has made them public yet. And I forget how long ago it was. Let me see. Was that during whose administration was that? Was it Clinton or before him? Might have been the president before Clinton, but all those documents have not been released yet. I will bet, because the mob helped the CIA during the Bay of Pigs invasion that failed, the CIA owed the mafia a favor. And the mafia came calling because Robert Kennedy wanted to destroy the mafia. John Kennedy wanted to destroy the CIA. So they worked together in collusion to take out both of those brothers. Sorry, it's my opinion. Don't like my opinion? Don't have to be here. Really? I'll have to look up. I'll have to look at my Kennedys and see. 10 varieties, 10 different varieties of Kennedys. Really? Why don't you start doing videos on YouTube about the different varieties of Kennedys and what to look for? Or maybe you can ask Frosty. I don't know. Frosty generally knows that shit. I'm sure there's somebody that knows all the varieties of Kennedys. I'll have to look at my Kennedys and see. Now you have my interest piqued. See, that's what I need. I need someone to pique my interest all the time. You did do the video, huh? Well, I'm going to go back to your channel and take a look then. Because I did that last night. Who was it? Who was it? It was Corey Lee Slater. He was here yesterday and said, check out his video. Because I was showing my bells, my Durbin bells, along with my loop and snuff box and all that stuff. And he said, check out his videos. He would show me his mom's glass bells. Wow, okay. For bells, I looked at his video last night, and his mom had some really nice bells. She would travel and she would pick up thimbles and bells as souvenirs. And the first bell, metal bell that he showed last night, that was brass or bronze, really nice sounding. Really nice sounding. And he showed the glass bells and he rang. Oh, that one, the crystal bell at the end was the most amazing one. And it had the nicest sound to it. You know how glass sounds when you tinkle it? Well, that's what most of the glass bells sounded. But that crystal bell at the end, because it was so big, I mean, it was a big bell. It had a great sound to it. And I can understand why he doesn't want to ring it very much, because I wouldn't want to crack it either. But that bell and that first metal bell that he showed, and it was a bigger bell, was that big around at the bottom, and probably that high, 4 inches. That had a really, really nice ring to it. I don't know if that was brass or bronze. boy, oh boy, that was nice. Could have been copper. Could have been copper, but I think copper has a little bit different sound. And I will get one of Durbin's copper bells, because not only does he make the 90% silver stuff, but he does do copper also. So I'll get one of his copper bells too one of these days. I got all of the little angel bells I need and all the big bells I need for Christmas. And then I got one bigger bell left. I'm going to give that to my mother-in-law, I think, for Christmas. And I'm still thinking what I want to get my father-in-law yet. I don't know what I'm going to get him. Maybe I'll get him a bell too, and they can have bell wars at home. So I was going to get her a bell because she's going through chemo and X-ray therapy, and she gets blood, whole blood or platelet transfusions every couple of weeks when she needs them. She's developing a bone cancer, and the bone marrow is not producing the white blood cells like it should, or is it the red blood cells? Red blood cells. Anyway, I don't expect her to make it a year, but her husband's cooking for her now. Father-in-law's cooking for her and doing things for her, and my wife and her sister are running around taking her to appointments and stuff. So I was going to get her a bell. I was going to give her one of these bells so she could ring it every time she wanted Alan, her husband, to come running. Just, give her something of value, but a little giggle with it, And I don't know what I'm going to get him. Maybe I should. I got one in the kitchen. I don't know if my daughter gave it to me or who gave it to me. It's an apron. It says real men wear aprons. I should get him one of those. Yeah, I should get him one of those. 3 collections of shorts, okay. 700? How the hell did you do 700 videos? I guess I'm going to have to look. I am going to have, let me see. Let's go to your channel here. Yeah, you got a lot of videos on there. You got uploads and you got shorts, mostly shorts. Okay. Yeah, you got a lot of them. Mostly, I got piece, dollars, and pennies. I don't know. Do it yourself boomerangs. Oh, cool. You got a nice vulture on there. Redhead vultures up here. I don't know if we get the black vultures. I don't know. The ones we get the vultures, they got a red head and they migrate every year. So they come up in the spring, and that's how you know winter is finally over. Finally over. You'll see the skunks come out of hibernation first and start to get run over. They come out of hibernation about last. You'll see the groundhogs and coons and stuff getting hit all the time. But when the groundhogs come out, okay, when the skunks come out, that's when you know it's over, and then the vultures they'll arrive right after that. And so that's how you know winter is over for sure when the vultures come. But our vultures are protected too. They are a carrion eating machine, just like the crows. And eagles will eat some carrion, but it's got to be pretty fresh, not the real dead shit. The vultures will eat the real dead shit, and so will the crows. So, but we have a hunting season on crows, so you can still hunt them. I don't know why. Crows are a pretty intelligent bird, and they do clean up the dead stuff around here with the vultures. So, I don't know. Maybe they figure we got too many of them, and we have to control the population a little. I don't think crows would get out of hand, but you never know. I don't know. What else we want to talk about? We talk about politics. Yeah, we'll talk about politics some more. Is Trump my favorite candidate? No. If there was another libertarian that was running against him that actually made some sense, Robert Kennedy makes some sense, but he's a little bit extreme. So I probably won't be voting for him. He's not as much libertarian as he is just an independent. So I would go a big no on Robert. I think Trump would have done well if he hadn't picked J.D. Vance. He'd have done well to pick Robert Kennedy as a vice president, or maybe find a place for him in his administration. J.D. Vance, although not really well known, doesn't have a name recognition of another person. I think a woman would have been good. Kristi Noem might have been good. And definitely not some others. But nobody says we have to pick someone in politics to be vice president. So I think that Candace Owens would have made a good vice president, even though she has no political clout. She has name recognition. She is a staunch conservative now. She wasn't, but she is now. And I think picking someone who has seen the light of day and changed sides might have been a better pick than JD. JD Vance, I have nothing against him at all. Served his country honorably. He's a combat vet, a Marine. Don't know his politics that well. I'm going to say generally conservative and probably socially. I'm going to say socially hands off, pretty much, except for extreme social trends like gay butt twerking queers in schools, grooming our children. That I think he might be a little more socially conservative on. But as far as gay marriage, yeah, whatever. As far as abortion, he might have been a little more conservative. I think he would have went along with the Supreme Court and tossed it back to the states because that's where it belongs. Don't know. We'll see how it plays out. I just see that in order, he's playing a game with Kamala in order to show how stupid her economic reforms are. He actually proposed his own plan that mirrored her plan. And now people are going, well, that's stupid. That's dumb. How are you going to pay for that? They won't ask Kamala that, but they would ask him that. So, and when it comes right down to it, the mainstream media right now, it's owned by 6 corporations. So there's 6 guys running the show. They are nothing more than propaganda arm of the Communist Party that is the Democratic Party right now. They are the communist arm. And all the people out in the street waving the signs and shouting for it, those are the brown shirts. They will be the first ones destroyed when the communists take over. So all you have to do is look at 1933, 1930 to 1940 40 Germany in that decade, and you'll see what happens. That's going to happen here too. So stock up. Guns, ammo, food, water, heat, heat. So, yeah, whatever. Those are my opinions. How about let's talk about See Happy Chappy. As a constitutionalist, well, I write my own name in too sometimes, but um, how'd they get displaced? Vultures aren't territorial, are they? As far as I know, they just circle and circle and circle until they find dead shit, come down, eat it, and then back up. And so do they have a nesting site down there? Is that where our vultures go to when they migrate down south to Texas, or do they go down to Central South America like hummingbirds and monarchs? Yeah, it would be. Yeah, that would be a good name for president. I damn near vote for you. I'd have to know what some of your positions are, like on the Middle East right now and Ukraine right now, China and Taiwan. I'd have to know how you play that game, because it is a game. These people are playing chess, multi-level chess, but they're playing chess. So, yeah, okay, I'll go with you. Twisted Sister as a theme song, I would go for that. I would go for that. Hey, Weldon Carey's here, buddy. How are you? And just to make it nice for you, I will show you a knife, a pocket knife now, a pocket knife that was given to me by my uncle, who has passed away. He had several of these, and he told Aunt Marilyn to distribute them to the boys, let them take their pick. So I picked this one. This is a Jim Dandy. Can you see the name on there? Jim Dandy? Yeah, buddy. You can see it. This one had about the best blade on I could find out of the bunch. Needs to be cleaned up, but the blade looks pretty good. Not too worn. And if we look at this, we will find that this was made by Cutmaster, Kutmaster, in Utica, New York. So that is a classic. That is a classic. And this one is a 2-blader, nope, 3-blader. See if I can get them out of here with my short little stumpy fingernails. You see that, guys? I don't trim my fingernails. I bite them. So I don't have too much here for fingernails. Okay, there's a small blade right there. Not too much wear on that one either. So, and then I think we have a leather punch in here. Yeah, we got a punch. So that was a 3-blader. And that was about the best one I could find out of the bunch. Yes, it needs some cleaning up and a little grease put on it, but I just got this 4th of July, so. No, yeah, 4th of July I got this. So it needs to be cleaned up. I need to take some real fine steel wool or sandpaper to it and clean out the inside there. And then I'm going to grease it and put it away. But yes, Weldon Carey, I do have some pocket knives. Now, this is just a regular pocket knife. It's not a flip. But I don't know if I still have them, Buck 110s. which is a classic buck. But no, this is the one I carry right now. That's my razor blade knife. It's an Outdoor Edge, 3.5-inch ultralight EDC. You've seen it before, Walden Carey, but freaking awesome hasn't. I watched a guy, and this right here, this button right here is what releases the blade. So the blades are replaceable. You can also sharpen them if you want. I sharpen them and reuse a lot of them. And then it locks in. I watched a guy skin an elk with this. I think he only used 2 blades to skin an entire elk. So, and then he gutted it from the sternum all the way down to the pelvic bone. He didn't go through the pelvic bone, didn't go up to the ribs with this knife because it's not made for that. But everything else, man, everything else on that elk, he did with that knife. So I became a firm believer. And it's a lock back. It's got a good lock on it. And a pocket clip. And you can tell I wear it quite a little. So I have more pocket knives downstairs. I may have to bring those up because I brought up all my fixed blade knives. I think I even brought up my Jumpmaster knives, the switchblades and the hook. I think I brought them up too, but I don't know if I brought up my other little pocket knives. I will do that one of these days. It's just me getting downstairs to do it. And with this stumpy leg, you see the scar on that thing? Yeah. And that scar in the heel right there. That's where my surgeon put in a steel plate or a plate. I don't know if it's metal or if it's fiberglass or whatever. It's probably stainless steel. Anyway, in there between the ankle bone and my tibia, and there's a hole drilled in it. And then she took some up here, took some bone marrow out and mixed it with a paste or whatever, and put around that so it would actually grow into the bone, would grow to it, and then stuck a rod about that far up through my heel into my tibia through that plate. So it's not going to move now. It don't move no more. And she removed the 2 deck screws that were into it that the VA put in that did not work, and had to have it redone. So that surgeon did a really good job. And I know a friend of mine I went to high school with, who was a roofer his whole life, had the same thing happen to his ankle, where the foot was ankled like this, and the tibia started to slide off the foot. And so it had to be straightened back out and the tibia put back on right. And the VA actually tried to take 2 screws, deck screws, and go in like this from my fibula and my tibia and try and screw everything together. But when we looked at the x-ray, we saw that the screws didn't go all the way into the ankle bone. So it actually didn't do anything. And the bone was starting to slide back off again. That was, 12 years ago and 11 years ago. And so I had to have it redone. And when I went to the VA clinic, I told the VA, I'm not going down to Des Moines, and I'm not going to have a VA doctor do it. Period. I will never have another surgery done at the VA. So ever since then, I'm eligible for Care in the Community, which is a new program. If you're more than 50 miles from a VA hospital or whatever, you can find a surgeon in your immediate area that will do the same thing, and then the VA pays for it. So I'm eligible for that, and that's what I took advantage of, and she did it up right this time. So I also had the diverticulitis, and I had a big cyst that was growing on my intestine. So they had to put a drain in first and drain that cyst off, and then go in and take out that and about 10 inches of my intestines. But I had that done at Charles City Hospital at Floyd County, and I had a great female surgeon down there for that also. So I've had two really good female surgeons. The surgeon that did my knee hair, I blew my knee out and had to have my quad muscles all sewed back onto my knee. I had a male surgeon do that. Excellent, excellent man. No bedside humor, no bedside manner whatsoever. That man was strictly business. That's it. And actually, like half of it came off, and he had to do a second surgery, and he made sure, man. He made damn sure it didn't come off again. So, and maybe, I don't know, some of that coming off might have been my fault. I don't know. Trying to do too much with it before it was healed up. Anyway, that's I've had two really good female surgeons and one really good male surgeon, and that's all up here within a 45-minute drive of me. So excellent, excellent care. I don't care what anybody says. We got some great surgeons up here. Yeah, that Outdoor Edge with the changeable blades in is a monster knife. Monster knife. I wouldn't carry that for everyday run of the mill stuff, but during hunting season, and if I gotta maybe slip one in a dress slacks or something like that, yeah, I will. But all right, see you, well, and Kara. Okay. Kershaw makes a nice knife. Um, I have nothing bad to say about Kershaw knives at all. Peripheral neuropathy. A cactus accident. Blisters on my feet bigger than man. Yeah. I know about the peripheral neuropathy. This whole foot is just, you can't feel it. I mean, when you touch it like this, you can feel it. It has feeling, and maybe more feeling will come back, but it feels like you're walking on an egg carton. That's what it feels like. I think your mind just has to get used to how that foot is feeling right now. Your mind has to get used to it, and then everything will become more normal, I think. The biggest thing for me is walking on uneven ground now, like out in my yard, or cutting wood, or out in the grove or something down the wood. Walking on uneven ground, going up or downhill, you can't because your foot doesn't bend. So you have to walk side hill. You walk side hill with that foot. It's going down, up and down in the ditches, or up and down through the woods, and those little bumps and turns in your yard. If you don't, you know, level your yard, it's hard walking on that right now. But maybe in the future, when the mind gets used to how that foot feels, then maybe it'll be different. What do we got? 311. I wonder if is my wife home? Yeah, she's probably in the bathroom. I don't know. I think I see shadows in there. We're not going out to eat for a couple hours yet, so I got time. So we can do some talking here. I don't know. What do we got left to talk about, man? We can talk about this. My new gold sniping farmer sticker. I don't know if he's got a poker chip with that same logo on. It'd be kind of cool if he did. Because I got his other. Where's it at? There's one. There's the other one. Because I got two of his poker chips. I got that one. And that's the back of it. And then I got this one. And that's the back of that one. I like that. I like the old leprechaun guy. That one is cool, I think. Oh, here's the other one. I got a couple. I'll show you guys. A couple I was going to put up for sale. I got this old Silvertown Prospector bar. Really nice tone on it. That one's going up on the table. I got that one. I got that one from Farmer. It's got the waffle back. It does not have, it just has 1 ounce fine silver. It doesn't have the Indiana town on it or state. But I had one like that. I don't know where it's at. Might have got taken already. I don't know. That one might have got taken. I got another one of these though. The Australian. It's a colorized one too. The 1 ounce colorized. 2024. The first 125. Just got a 125 on it. Yes, it does a P125 right down there. But I like that dragon. I have a collection of these. I got the 1/2 ounce BU, the 1/2 ounce colorized, the 1 ounce BU, the 1 ounce colorized, the 2 ounce BU colorized. They didn't have a 5 ounce. They had 10 ounce BU. Or no, they had 5 ounce, but they didn't have a colorized, and they didn't have a 10 ounce, but they did have a kilo. So I got to get the kilo yet. But that one's up here too. That's another choice. I don't know. What did I get? I got a 19. Yeah, I bought a 1990 Kookaburra. And I don't know if that one's going to go or not. I've only kept one Kookaburra that I have. And that was the one that had the big lettering on it, bigger than normal. I kept that one. That was one of the first ones ever made. So, all right, man, we're going to end this one. We are going to end this one. I don't have my my brace on, so there we go, lovely people. Live free or die. We'll see you later. Out.